Good day, everyone. I'd like to talk about President John F. Kennedy's sun lines in the West Coast through Los Angeles. And I'd like to talk about his Pluto line, which falls in through the middle of the United States, in through Texas, in through Dallas, in around Fort Worth, Texas. You can see both his sun lines and Pluto lines I've marked up on the map. And so when you look at his map for the United States, the astrocartography, to which I'm only one of about 80 people in the world certified in astrocartography, you can see he's got really good lines over there in the West, right? He won the Democratic nominee in Los Angeles on his sun line in the year 1960. But even though he was one of the most popular presidents in the United States we've ever had, his Pluto line, to me, is devastating. And what happened to President Kennedy on his Pluto line, specifically in Dallas, what happened to him, and who was living in Fort Worth, Texas, that was responsible for President Kennedy's assassination. So President Kennedy was assassinated on his Pluto line. He was. Look at it yourself. You can see it. In Dallas, Texas. And the person that shot him was who? Lee Harvey Oswald, who was living in Fort Worth, also on President Kennedy's Pluto line. And then the whole thing was a massacre, if you ask my opinion. So he shoots President Kennedy, and he was a former Marine, okay, military. That's so Pluto, right? He shoots President Kennedy on his Pluto line, living on his Pluto line in Fort Worth, and then Jack Ruby, the nightclub owner in Dallas, then shoots Lee Harvey Oswald. If that's not a Pluto shit show, I don't know what is. I'm not kidding. Multiple deaths, okay? Shootings, guns, assassinations on President Kennedy's Pluto line. And what makes me sad about this is that, to me, as an astrologer, this could have maybe been handled differently. And what it teaches me and everybody is that you can be famous, you can be a celebrity, you can be the president of the United States, and you can think, oh, I have the best security around me. Nothing's going to happen to me. Not so sure I would agree with that. And I have to tell you that one of the things I really appreciated very much about Nancy Reagan was that she did hire an astrologer by the name of Joan Quigley to work with President Reagan's chart energies to keep him safe, basically. Okay? And so when it comes to being a public figure, when it comes to politics, when it comes to being someone in power of any kind, I think you really need to know where you're going. And you need to know your astrocartography. If you really are serious about what you're doing in the world. Because if I would have been President Kennedy's astrologer and I knew he was going to be in Dallas, I would have said, I don't think we're going to go there. Not a good move. And if you were to go there, you better have, you know how the Pope travels around in the Pope-mobile? You better have a bulletproof shield around you, kind of like the Pope-mobile. If you're a president and you're going into your Pluto line areas. Now, you want to understand your planetary lines, especially when it comes to Pluto. And here's another example of when some things are pretty devastating that have happened on a Pluto line. Many of you here have commented living on your Pluto line, living with Pluto, living close to Pluto has not been really that enjoyable. You can read the comments yourself here on my channel about what people say about living with and around Pluto. Okay? I think I'm going to close and basically just summarize this. President Kennedy had great lines in the West Coast. No surprises with that sun line going through Los Angeles and Hollywood and all that. But the devastation, the Pluto line in Dallas, just devastating energy to me. It makes me very sad and kind of very upset because it makes me feel like, I don't know, that he wasn't really protected the way he should have been going to a Pluto line. And that's the true story, folks. So anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you soon.